So I decided to visit that scum bag of a place, Reddit. Because sometimes I do this. I deleted my account years ago because I got treated like shit. But has Jet been retconned? So as many people, myself included, have pointed out, Jet was created by Myron in Fallout 2 around 2240. However, Vault 95 and Fallout 4 also has Jet inside of it. Some terminals referring to the chem by name can be found in Vault-Tec HQ for shipments to be sent to Vault 95, meaning that Jet existed pre-war. So what's true? Did Bethesda forget some of the lore and write it down without double checking? Are they retconning the series, or is there some other explanation? How does this affect the next game? So if Bethesda really did just forget the lore, it wouldn't be very surprising. There was over a decade between Fallout 2 and 3, and another 7 years between 3 and 4. And oh, I'm sorry. It seems you forgot a game. Shit for brains. Oh yeah, New Vegas. So that, like, of course, typical. They're probably a Bethesda fan, and they never fucking played the original games. Myron was even killed off after Fallout 2, so there wouldn't be much of a reason to think about him. Even in the lore, everyone forgets about Myron after he dies because he was an asshole that nobody liked. So from here, Bethesda can either say, we forgot about that part of the game, or it isn't canon, or Jet did exist before the war, and that would allow it to enter Fallout 76. Would this be considered a retcon? Maybe. And here's the great part, which clearly shows me this person is a fucking liberal piece of crap. Myron is a misogynist asshole harassing the player character if they're a woman. He owns slaves, sells chems. He used said slaves as like lab rats to test the Jet, and even owns prostitutes, even though he's 16. Bottom line is, Myron is not a good guy. Why do I bring this up? Because that explains the retcon. Bethesda can say Myron didn't invent Jet. He just discovered it and recreated it. He liked that everyone took credit, and that keeps in line with the story and character. So Jet can exist in Fallout 76 without serious retconning. Hooray. No. Chris Avellone has come out and said that Mrs. Bishop was hooked on another chem by her husband and misremembered some of the events in Fallout 2. So guess what, dumb fuck? Jet is a post-war drug. XO1 power armor is advanced Mark II power armor by the Enclave, and Bethesda doesn't give a damn about the lore. And neither does Amazon. Let's make the screen a little smaller. Because you know how some sites are and stuff. Um, and I don't give a shit about copyright. Um, this is a reaction video to this crap. So Amazon, you can fuck off, and so can you, YouTube. Learn how to respect fair use and copyright.
I know that I've lived a relatively comfortable life.
Yeah, of course.
Stop! Mercy!
They went with the Fallout. They went with the Fallout 4 aesthetics instead of the proper aesthetics from New Vegas and Fallout 1 and 2. Because this series is written by Jonathan Nolan, the same guy who, along with his wife, wrote Westworld, which turned to shit. Seasons 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, and I'll criticize it because I can, because that's... People need to understand that criticizing something doesn't mean you're entirely being negative or you're being, toxic or crap like that. You are a fan who's watching a beloved franchise get screwed over into the dust over and over and over, and there are people out there who are too blind to acknowledge that, and they just shamble on like zombies. Okay. Yeah, from the director of Westworld. Yeah, I'm being honest. Like, I really give a shit. I don't care if, like, his brother Christopher Nolan is a great film director who did the freaking Batman movie. What's his name? Blah. I forgot the guy's name. I have to look it up. The ones that Michael Keaton was in. Those were good. And so are Christopher Nolan's movies. Jonathan Nolan, he wrote a couple of side scripts and got famous off of his brother's recognition.
You need to go home.
And herein lies the problem. For some of us. That's LA. The Boneyard. Which is NCR territory, but you don't see the NCR at all. You don't see the reconstruction program that was going on. You see a bombed out ruin, which means that Bethesda is going to retcon the fucking original games out of canon because these narcissistic cucks can't just respect what came before. They have to ruin shit for people.
Vault dwellers are an endangered species.
They got the Radros, right?
You would be willing to do what it takes to survive.
And Browning. And of course Todd Howard is involved, so naturally it's going to be a pile of shit. I don't trust him. I don't trust Emil. I don't trust Bethesda at all with the Fallout license. If Microsoft and by proxy Phil Spencer actually had some balls and acted like the adult in the room, he would drag all three of them into his office and ask them what the hell are they doing with the franchise. They've had one failure after another. Yes, they have had failures. People come off as, the Fallout 4 is like this sold this many copies, and if all you think is selling copies is a sign of good quality, I hate to break it to you, but you're an idiot. You're not very smart when it comes to common sense and stuff like that. It's like, it sold 13.5 million, and does that somehow excuse him from shitting on the originals? No. Get over it. Yeah, the original games were created by Black Owl Studios, not Bethesda. Black Owl Studios had some legal problems and ended up losing the license to Bethesda. and then Bethesda ended up screwing everything into the ground with Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. That is an objective fact. People need to realize that. As long as Bethesda retains the license, nothing is going to improve. We need to get them to fire Emil Paglarulo and get better direction, get better writers, better designers, artists, a better dev team. Actually use design documents and not just do shit because, oh, this is cool or that's cool or this is cool. I cannot stand that crap anymore. It's why I have gone back to playing Elder Scrolls Arena, Diablo 1, Diablo 2, StarCraft 1, StarCraft Brood War, Fallout 1, Fallout 2. Retro top-down isometric freaking RPGs and RTS games, because modern gaming has gone to shit.
If you insist on staying, then you will have to adapt.
Yeah, that's the only thing you could fucking say. God damn, you know what, I'm not even gonna watch the rest of this shit. It's that, it really is that bad. I'm not even gonna bother with it. Bethesda never understood Fallout at all. And this really is an issue that's going to trigger some people. Hey, good. Blackout Studios and Interplay are the original creators of Fallout, not Bethesda. Bethesda made Fallout 3, which had a barely functioning story, which was dumbing down and simplifying RPG mechanics. Then comes New Vegas, which was made by Obsidian, which was made up of former departments from Blackout Studios, the original creators, people who knew what the fuck knew what they were doing. And then because of New Vegas's success, regardless of the engine was shitty and the combat, get that out of your damn brain for once. New Vegas is the better written, better understood Fallout. It is an actual Fallout game. Your choice, the people who go, well, it was, crappy and, the factions were, barely this and that, and your choices mattered. In Fallout New Vegas, you can get the NCR and the Brotherhood to sign an agreement to support each other. If you keep Elder McNamara as the elder for the Brotherhood, and in doing so, not only do they open the trade routes and the Brotherhood patrol the roads with the NCR also returns all salvage power armor units to the Brotherhood. If you go with Hardin as the head, as the elder of the faction, he's not so keen on helping the NCR, but I think he can still be reluctantly talked into it. But he wants to retake Helios 1. And if he's in charge, the Brotherhood shake down scavengers and travelers for any tech that they might have. Do you get that in Fallout 3? No. Do you get that in Fallout 4 even? Nope. Fallout 4, they made the Brotherhood the Enclave Light with moralistic changes. Now there are a great set of mods made by a guy named Thuggy Smurf that actually add back in chain consequences to the game. I know people complain about his writing, like, oh, it doesn't fit with the aesthetic and pimps and this and that. To the people who say they can't be bothered to play Fallout 2, swallow your pride and go play Fallout 2. You can become if you play whether you play as a male or even a female character, you can become a prostitute in Fallout 2 as a woman, and in the male canon character can get paid for making porn movies in New Reno in Fallout 2. So yes, when you see mods like Depravity and Fusion City Rising, yeah, those are canon to the original game concepts of the original games, people. The reason you don't think they fit the aesthetic is because you don't expand your horizon, don't swallow your pride, and refuse to play the original games that Bethesda didn't make.